Best places to visit in Canada. From the cosmopolitan streets of Toronto to the mountain peaks of the Canadian Rockies, our neighbor to the north features a diverse set of vacation destinations. Deciding which one is perfect for your next getaway can be difficult. That's why U.S. News considered several factors, such as affordability, entertainment options and diversity of hotels and resorts, as well as user votes and expert opinions, to compile a list of the best places to visit in Canada. So, here are the best places to visit in Canada. 1. Jasper National Park. One of Canada's wildest places, Jasper National Park provides kaleidoscopic panoramas at every turn. Travelers can marvel at many views as they trek from the peaks of Mount Edith Cavell to the caverns of Maligne Canyon. Located on the eastern edge of Alberta, the park serves as a beacon for adventurers in the Northern Hemisphere. Jasper boasts the distinction of being the largest park in the Canadian Rockies and was designated part of a UNESCO World Heritage Site, along with Banff and a handful of additional parks. With more than 2.7 million acres of land to explore, travelers are sure to spot animals ranging from caribou to wolverine to moose. The park offers all the natural wonders you'd expect, including mountains and rivers and even glaciers, but the town of Jasper elevates the park's possibilities. In addition to serving as a convenient base camp, Jasper provides a variety of tours and excursions for travelers to utilize. Not to mention, winter in Jasper means travelers can enjoy cold weather activities like skiing in Marmot Basin or snowshoeing through the backcountry. No matter the season, there's always a reason to visit Jasper. 2. Banff. If you're itching to experience the lifestyle of a Swiss skiing village, but don't want to fork over the cash for a transatlantic flight, consider Banff. Thanks to its location in the heart of the Canadian Rockies near the southeastern border of Banff National Park, Canada's first national park, taking trips here will decrease not only your flight time from the US but also your expenses. Banff caters to intrepid explorers who prefer to end the day in a nice hotel rather than roughing it at the campgrounds. Opportunities for adventure abound, so pick your sport: ski down Mount Norquay, hike to the massive, freestanding limestone pillars known as the Hoodoos, scramble up the face of the Stony Squaw Mountain or bike along Healy Creek. When you are exhausted, retreat to your cozy resort, and replenish yourself with a hefty helping of bison meat. 3. Niagara Falls. It's not hard to understand why many consider Niagara Falls a top natural wonder of the world. Or why it has been the location of some incredible daredevil antics over the years. The second you see the mammoth Niagara River rumbling toward a 188-foot waterfall at about 20 to 30 and up to 68 mph, your mouth will drop. The speed at which the river falls creates a misty fog and an unmistakable roar heard from miles away. From the top, crowds flock to the railings to feel the mist on their faces. As you follow the water's path downward, boats, platforms and observation decks support colorful poncho-clad visitors. 4. Vancouver. Even by North American standards, Vancouver is a young city. But what it lacks in history it compensates for in scenery. Surrounded by mountains and beaches, Vancouver is both an urban and a natural playground. Its chic atmosphere, high-fashion boutiques and fondness for health-conscious eating have earned it the nickname, Hollywood North. Sitting nearly 1,300 miles north of its nickname namesake, Vancouver and its breathtaking backdrop has been the setting for a bevy of popular television shows and major motion pictures, so don't be surprised if you recognize landmarks from your favorite scenes or stumble upon a production in progress. 5. Montreal. There is only one word that really captures the essence of Montreal: multifaceted. This city represents the melding of the old and new worlds, with 18th-century structures blending into a 21st-century skyline. Old-fashioned houses are now home to funky fusion restaurants, and the familiar sound of English is juxtaposed against the rolled R's of French. Rainbow flags fly alongside cloth emblems from India, Portugal and France, and traditional French pastries are sold alongside the distinctly sweet sesame seed, Montreal-style bagel. Just when you thought you'd seen it all, a short elevator ride exposes you to another city located several stories below ground level. 6. Quebec City. The sight of winding cobblestone streets and towering cathedrals, the sound of French pleasantries and tourists, ooze, the smell of fresh baked bread and pungent cheese, the taste of creamy café lattes and buttery croissants. All your senses agree, you're in France. But they're wrong, you're in Quebec. Quebec City, the capital of the Canadian province, Quebec, dwelled in the shadow of its neighbor, Montreal, for a long time, but the 2008 celebration of its 400th birthday catapulted Quebec City back into the spotlight. Since then, travelers have flocked here to experience this UNESCO World Heritage Site's charm for themselves. As the birthplace of New France, Quebec City continues to uphold the culture of its motherland. Upon passing through the fortified walls of Old Quebec, you'll discover a world straight out of a European painting. 17th and 18th century buildings house bakers, bistros and boutiques, while cobbled squares are drowned by a sea of café tables. And around every corner, a piece of Quebec City's rich heritage awaits discovery. 7. Victoria and Vancouver Island. Although it's only a 90-minute ferry ride from bustling Vancouver, British Columbia's capital city may as well be a world away. Taking the opposite approach from its youthful neighbor, Victoria exudes a quainter atmosphere. Resting on the southern tip of Vancouver Island, this relatively small city remains deeply rooted in its colonial past, relishing distinctively British traditions like afternoon tea at the Fairmont Empress and a pint at the pub. But that doesn't mean this destination is strictly reserved for Anglophiles. Despite its nostalgic tendencies, this city attracts a variety of travelers with excellent museums that celebrate its Aboriginal heritage, charming architecture and fantastic harbor views. 8. Prince Edward Island. Home to rolling green hills, red sandstone cliffs and a delicious bounty of seafood, Prince Edward Island is the place to travel for a relaxing respite from Canada's more adventure-driven destinations. When you're not enjoying the beach, perfect your swing at one of the island's golf courses. And be sure to keep an eye out for PEI's seal population. 4 kinds call the island home either full or part-time. 9. Gros Morne National Park. This UNESCO World Heritage Site encompasses nearly 458,000 acres on Newfoundland's west coast. Its top activity is undoubtedly hiking the tablelands. Here, you'll traverse exposed earth mantle, a rust-colored landscape that was created millions of years ago by a collision of tectonic plates. Equally impressive, a boat ride through Western Brook Pond, which is a glacier-carved, landlocked fjord that features cascading waterfalls measuring 2,000 feet. 10. Whistler. Snow-capped peaks and powdered steeps, sparkling lakes and gushing waterfalls, challenging hiking trails and inviting restaurants, Whistler's offerings suit every season. However, its most popular attraction remains Whistler Blackcomb, and why wouldn't it? The massive resort spans more than 8,100 acres of land, sees nearly 40 feet of snowfall annually and boasts some of the most active après ski spots in North America. The entire town, which sits about 75 miles north of Vancouver, embodies the ski chic atmosphere, hosting dozens of ski and snowboard competitions and festivals annually. Whistler continues to buzz through the warmer months, when more outdoor enthusiasts come out to play. Visitors can try bobsledding, or hiking and biking up the mountains. And those who come to town looking for photo ops will find plenty. The Coast Mountains offer a picture-perfect setting. You'll find the best views on a ride on the Peak-to-Peak gondola, which spans Whistler and Blackcomb Mountains. Love to see more content like this? Hit the subscribe and bell button.